Hello. Uh, this is my first time doing a video like this because I think I'm going to start trying to vlog. um, but we'll see how it goes. I'm kind of nervous. I'm not that cool on social media, so I'm not too worried as of yet. But I am worried about just comments, I guess, and if that'll get me going, but I'm gonna try and use that as aversion therapy if I can. Optimistic. I just wanted to do a little update. Today is not the greatest day. I wanted to do this on a better when I'm feeling better. I really am in general feeling better. The medication, they're mini tranquilizers. If anyone who has panic attacks or extreme anxiety kind of knows what I'm talking about. I won't get into too much pharmacology, but they're really helping, and just the knowledge as well. Because I really asked my doctor if I was having symptoms and I thought I was having a heart attack, or, I mean, it's branched out as well. A few days ago, because I had a doctor's appointment, and then I got blood taken on Friday. But before that, I was getting, like, I thought I was having appendicitis maybe, or my liver was like because I was just itchy, even though like I've had those symptoms forever. Whenever I do physical activity or like my body overheats, I tend to like get like a rash, and it's gross and itchy, and that's happened forever. And I like to joke that I'm allergic to exercise, but it's a real thing. It's called exercise or urticaria of some kinds. Anyway, but still, because when bile deposits in your skin, it makes you like itchy for no reason. So I was all paranoid about that, and I had a pain in my right side and in like, which also ended up like in my like lower kind of abdomen area on the right side. So I was like, my liver, and then I was freaking out, and I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna have appendicitis. Should I go to the hospital right away? I was having issues like that. Again, fun times. And again, this makes like it's terrible. It's terrible. So I can't. I'm nervous still, waiting, because I actually can check. I'm able to check my blood results online, and I'm nerdy, so I like to look up as much as I can. But I'm still not looking at it. I can't find enough, and so I can't wait. I really want to see my doctor soon, and hopefully everything's okay with me, and that'll calm me so much. And I have an appointment, like a full physical workup type thing that I've arranged for the end of August, which I'm excited about too, and hopefully everything works out well for me, because again, I was trying really hard to be healthy again, or at least like just make steps and stuff, and when all this stuff started happening, it was really hard, because I think whenever I think it's really hard for anyone who knows, right? I cry all the time anyway. My boyfriend makes fun of me for it because I cry again anything. I didn't mean to be emotional, but I think whenever you're anyone who knows what I'm talking about, anyone who has any kind of addiction, eating disorder, even just panic attack, whatever kind of mental illness, I kind of think for me it all kind of stems from the same place. And whenever you try to get like stop treating yourself badly and stop self-medicating or doing whatever it is that even like promiscuity or like I don't know, but overeating, anything, and all sorts of things that you were using to kind of get out of your mind, or to either, like I would go back and forth, but either I was trying to make myself better or prove I was like better than like how I actually thought, like trying to like, I didn't need food, I didn't need to sleep, I was superhuman, I was trying to prove that I was better, or else I gave up and just wanted to be numb from everything. And both of those things, I think, stem from the same place. So I've been trying again to stop drinking as much as I can, even though, and then like this stuff, when it came back up, like again, anyway, drinking, I'm trying to be healthy. I'll do a video or I'll write a blog about weight issues currently, because unfortunately my fucked up mind, with all the panic attacks and anxiety that I've been having, I was nauseated all the time, and I just had no appetite. I don't have an appetite right now either. So I've lost a lot of weight after gaining a bunch last year after like my surgery and all that junk. And I'm happy about that, which is shitty, like, because the anxiety was horrible. But then I'm sitting there, oh, there's a silver lining. And I'm worried that, again, when you drop all of your habits, you tend to I tend to come up with a new one to replace it. And again, I think it just comes from a similar place. So again, I was trying to actually work on myself and do like healthy things. I was trying to do my own version of like transcendental meditation, which is actually awesome. And I didn't pay all the money to get a teacher, because fuck that. But I kind of like researched and did my own version of it, and it is really good meditation. Anyone who does mindfulness, it's great as well, but it takes effort, and I always have a hard time with it, and I can only force myself to do it when I'm in extreme pain, because it really does get rid of it like, anyone who knows this, but if you research it, it really, because you're focusing on, I do body scans where I focus like really specifically on the different parts of my body, and if you really focus in on that, it's really mind over matter, and it's awesome. But it's hard to make yourself, because that actually requires effort, whereas this TM stuff, which I only started doing because I'm in love with David Lynch and he's a big proponent for it, it's not as much effort. But anyway, I was trying to do like healthy things to try and curb my anxiety, like working and planning on going back to school, and then all of this shit happened. And again, this anxiety has been terrible. And again, when you try to get rid of like all of your crutches, because again, I'm worried that I'm going to go back into something else or something new to distract my body. Whenever you try to give up all of your crutches, it's hard, because you kind of find out why you were doing all those things in the first place. I always used to say, like, and I've written it in a blog actually a little bit, but whatever. I used to get mad at people who didn't understand anyone who had like addictions, or even like it was at work back in Kingston. One of my managers was talking about the most benign substance too, of coffee, about how like caffeine, why would people do these things, and smoking as well, which is bad too. But anyway, and he was talking about why does anyone do, like, it's so stupid, why would anyone do these things that could potentially kill you or like harm you? And I was sitting there and I was like, nobody does those things because they're trying to die, unless they are actually like suicidal. But it's more and for me it's more to live, that we're doing these bad things to ourselves, at least initially, like the drugs and stuff that I do, like to lose weight or to focus and be able to stay up all night and study, or like whatever, alcohol, to just not think and not be in my head, starving myself, and the bulimia, like, which kept me only thinking about like what I was gonna get to eat and make, and then the throwing up, obviously, and then repeating that cycle again and again until I passed out. Like, it takes your mind away. And now, like, after I was good for a few months actually, and the anxiety just hit, like I said, about, I guess, I don't know, it's almost, maybe it'll be close to 2 months soon since that started. Like, it's hard because again, you realize why you were doing all those things, because I hate feeling like this, and I'm a crazy person. Like, again, the medication helps, and I'm really hoping that if I find that nothing's wrong with my body, or I get the treatment that I need, that it'll help me greatly. But I can't stress how much it's been so hard for me, Like, I mean, again, like I've written or said, I get worried. I'm better now, but I get worried being alone. I was having a hard time, like, sleeping or showering because I was afraid that I was going to, like, die when I was asleep, or if I was in the shower, I'd be, like, naked and ugly and stuff when they found me, and I didn't want to be alone because then no one would, if I couldn't get 911 myself, like, no one would be around to save me in time. So I was trying to take walks outside, and then I'd, like, stress out because I was really attuned to, like, noises. I'd get worried and, like, get my keys out in my hand because, like, cars or, like, people around me, like, seemed to, I had these thoughts that they were following me or something bad was gonna happen. I'd see, like, a bag on a hill and like immediately think it was, like, there was a body part in there, or, like, just crazy thoughts, and those are terrible. But, like, it's really hard not to think about it when you're, like, I mean, I couldn't help it. Anyway, I meant to end this on a good note, because I am getting help. If anyone's in the Toronto area and looking for a doctor, especially if you want, like, I mean, for me, it's mental health so far, but everything. I just started going to Magenta Health, and my doctor is amazing and so understanding. I've been able to tell him all sorts of, like, the bad behaviors and stuff, and I've been to doctors again who are judgmental and who are, like, just judge you, and that's never a good relationship to have if you already are nervous, or you have, like, addiction problems, or even just any dangerous habits that you might have, like, again, like sexual behaviors or whatever. So I know it's hard too, but, like, doctor and therapist shopping is essential. Like, if you don't have a good enough vibe with your doctor or therapist or both, like, go find another one, because there's good people. And Magenta Health, again, like, I can't advise it enough for anybody who's in the area. And also I was recommended to go there by a social worker friend that I know, who's talking about how she was able to get an agoraphobic or nearly agoraphobic man who had the hardest time, like, finally got a health card and went there, and they're helping him, and he loves it. And so that's even more extreme than my problem. So, but apparently, like, it's a good place. It's also electronic, a lot of it, so you can communicate with them online a lot, which also, like, anyone who has anxiety or has problems, like, instead of necessarily having to make an appointment, you can ask questions online, or they'll tell you your results, or whatever. Anyway, so I'll recommend that. Sorry if I did use too many filler words. I talked a lot. Anyone who knows me knows that's what I do. So I'll cut this off here. I'll blog properly soon. I just put more pressure on myself sometimes, even though lately I've been, like, fuck it about editing as much as normal. So this is kind of easier. It's just off the cuff. I'm gonna give it a try, see how the vlogging goes. Anyway, and yeah, stay safe, everybody. I'm doing relatively well and much better, and hopefully my results are good, and hopefully all of you guys are taking care of yourselves. If you ever want to talk with me, I'm here.